What's up, guys? It's Jeff from North Corner Studios, and I'm here with Janelle, our creator of our Nutrition Edge program, and we're also here with our Nutrition Edge ambassador, Nicole. And so what we want to do today is we want to bring you inside of Janelle's house, where we just made a ton of recipes and really good food, and introduce you guys to a little bit more of a deeper feel about the program and talk to you guys a little bit about how the program works. So first off, I wanted to bring Janelle on because I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about why she even created this program in the first place. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Janelle, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about what Nutrition Edge is all about.
All right, guys. Well, something that I thought was missing from North Corner was just the nutrition aspect of it. And there's not a lot of pieces missing from North Corner because we all know we love it and it's great, but that was just one thing I thought that we could bring to North Corner and help change lives that way. Pretty much it.
Cool. So we just got through our first round of Nutrition Edge. So Nutrition Edge is an ongoing program, but what we do is we do a 4-week kind of high-intensive portion of the program where we really set your nutrition standards and really get you guys onto a program that's going to work long-term. And Nicole here has just finished that program, so we wanted to introduce her and kind of talk to you guys firsthand about somebody who's been a part of it, okay? So Nicole, welcome.
Thank you.
First thing we wanted to talk to you about real quick is why did you get onto the Nutrition Edge program in the first place?
Because I went to the gym all the time, but food, I ate whatever I wanted. And I used the gym as an excuse to eat whatever I wanted. But in the last year, I've been pretty stagnant. And so I needed something to bump me up to that next level. And so I thought that the Edge program would be that step.
Cool. So when you were on the program, so obviously you got into it and you wanted to try something different. Just like when you got into the gym, you wanted to try something different.
Yep.
And you saw great results with the gym. Kind of hit a plateau. Obviously, if you're not fueling your body right, we can work as hard as we want in the gym, but you don't always see those results forever. Okay?
Right.
So when you got into this program, I'm assuming you probably hit a few struggles just like you do when you get onto a new fitness program, correct?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
talk to us a little bit about some of your challenges that you faced when you were on it.
Initially, it was just getting through the portions. When I signed up, I was afraid I was going to starve, and that was not the
Big
case
concern.
at all. The portions are huge, and so that first week is a struggle to be able to get through them. But then after that, your body starts to metabolize, and then you're hungry all the time. So it worked.
How long did, so at first when you couldn't eat all your food or whatever, how long did it take for your body to start to kind of regulate out?
It was probably that first week. That first week was difficult, but then that second week I started getting the portions. And the third week I started ooh, when's my next meal?
So in comparison to the way you used to eat and the way you started eating on Nutrition Edge, were you eating the same amount of food before, or were you eating less food before and now you're eating more food, but
I
food?
was eating less food before, all the bad food. I might have had a salad for lunch here and there, but
Oreos.
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 I ate lots of Oreos at night. I love my Oreos.
Did you dip them in milk? Or do you go for the double stuff or the regular?
Oh, double stuff. You gotta
Okay,
go with the
deal.
double stuff.
You can have to have the double stuff. There's not enough cream
No.
in the other ones. Okay, fair enough. All right. Anyway, okay. How do you think, having Janelle by your side, how do you think that helped you out?
Well, the support is great. Having somebody there that you know is gonna whip you if you step out of line.
How did she how did she hold you accountable to what you were doing?
Well, just the weekly meetings were great. Knowing that I had to check in and I had to speak for what I did for the week prior was enough for me. I didn't want to get scolded.
I'm not, you're making me sound like mean. I'm not that mean.
oh.
So what do you think overall? So you take your entire experience overall.
Yeah.
What do you think was your biggest takeaway of the entire thing?
Then it doesn't matter what you put into your body. And if we are working it as hard as we are at the gym, that we need to give it the right nutrition. It's important, and the energy that I have now that I've changed, my eating style has through the roof, and it's like a whole new me.
Awesome. So has this kind of become a lifestyle sort of thing?
Oh yeah.
Sweet. And what week are you in now?
I'm in going into week 7.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, cool. So as you hear firsthand, somebody who had great success with the program. We're super, super excited to bring Nicole on as one of our ambassadors for the program. So if you see her around and you have questions about it, obviously that's somebody you can go to. You have a resource for your nutrition questions as well. But let's talk a little bit generally about some questions that you guys have faced during the program, from our general population of everybody who's been a part of it. one of the biggest things that I think people struggle with when it comes to nutrition is like hidden calories, you know? So a lot of people think they're eating healthy. So like, oh yeah, I did have a salad, but
Right.
what was your dressing? Did you have croutons on it? Did you have all this stuff? So one thing I noticed when we were making food today, well, you guys were making food, I was doing dishes and eating the food. But when we were making food, like the first question I had was like, what are you using for cooking spray?
Right.
You know? So what do you use?
I use
Do the thing. Okay. We've been practicing.
I use this avocado oil spray. It has 0 calories, and the high heat is smoke point is 500 degrees. So I use it for everything. It's pretty simple. You can get it at Costco if you like Costco.
They're paying us for that, so I'm just saying.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, that's what I like. You can also do stuff in water. So if you like to cook your turkey on the stove, or your lean ground turkey, you can use water and cook it that way. Those are kind of the 2 go-tos I have. What do you have?
Yeah, no, I mean the same. I use canola instead of avocado oil, but I use it for everything. Anytime something calls for oil, I use my spray instead of olive oil or vegetable oil.
Because that can really sneak up. Fat there's not a lot of density to the fat when you put it in a pan, but that still is so many calories. There you go. So many calories. So, you know, like just a little tablespoon of oil can be like 200, 300 calories. So
There you go.
Yeah.
So like little things like that. What do you guys find like other hidden calories in when people are assuming they're eating healthy?
sauces,
Drinks.
definitely drinks. Anything that you top, you know, even just extra nuts or, you know, anything like that, that adds extra calories to it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Do you hear? If you guys don't know, we're at Janelle's house and her dogs are playing outside. So if you're hearing like chaos happening in it, it's just don't worry about it.
Yeah,
it's cool.
it's-
It's cool. Okay, so next I always have this, and I have this in my own world. Vegetables are hard to eat anytime. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that for the general population. It's really hard to eat vegetables in my world. Okay, I don't like vegetables. I'll just eat them when I can. Okay. How do you have vegetables in the morning? Like how do you have them for breakfast? Tell me.
Egg cups are a great example. That's also going to be on the recipe list that we're going to show you. That's a great way to get your protein and your veggies. You just chop up your veggies that you like and you throw them in the cups and you cook them. And that's a great way. Omelets are a great way. I like to do shakes. So I'll do protein, spinach, berries, and I'll blend it all up. And that's a great way to get your veggies in.
Have you found any good recipes for breakfast?
With veggies.
Yeah, besides the egg cups, or do you do the egg cups a lot?
Just the egg cup.
She's like, Janelle and I are talking about that.
Yes.
All right. So timing of food. When should you be having breakfast? Basically, the two beginning and end of the day. So when should I be having breakfast? When should I be having dinner?
I get that question a lot, especially with people that work out really early in the morning. I think it kind of depends on the person. So if they like to work out without eating right away, that's okay if you just eat immediately after. But you want to eat your meals about 2 to 3 hours apart. So if you start at 8 a.m., you should finish about 8 p.m. So every couple hours you should be eating.
Okay. Should you eat within like a certain time of waking up or going to sleep?
You know, there's been a couple reports about that. I mean, it doesn't really matter. As long as if you wake up and then you go right to work and you're not eating, then you should have something in your stomach, at least when you wake up. If you're going to work out and it makes you nauseous and you can't get a meal in 2 hours before, then you can just, as long as you can handle it, you can go without eating before working out.
Awesome. Same thing.
Do you go without eating?
Yeah. I usually have breakfast about 8:30, and then my first protein shake at about 10:30, 11.
Okay.
And lunch 2 hours later. So
You're in
I do
early
about
morning
2 hours
classes.
intervals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
How often should you be eating? You said every 2 hours, you said?
2 to 3 hours. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What do I do if I can't finish my meals? So Nicole mentioned it's a lot of food. Like when you start eating, and actually the thing that you'll find out if you get on this program is you actually eat a lot of food. You know, it's really good. So, so what if you can't finish it all because you're not used to eating in a certain way?
I would just go for the protein first. Get the protein in as fast as you can, and then whatever else you can get in works. Protein first, though.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say for the first week, I think that's where I struggled because I wanted to mix all of my stuff together, but that first week was hard. So I mixed all my stuff together, but then I couldn't just eat the protein because it was all mixed. So for the first week, I'd say keep things simple. And then the second week, that's when you can start mixing your combinations when
That's good
your
advice.
body's ready to start consuming that whole
Right.
serving.
Do you recommend like grazing for a while, or do you recommend like eating what you can and then taking a break?
Even when you can, then take a break.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you feel like they should finish that meal at some point before they move on, or is it like I only ate this much, so it's done with that one, and I'm gonna
It's
move
done
on?
with that one. And I'm not a fan of wasting food, so if you can save anything, then save it for your next meal. But you're done with that meal, and then you're moving on.
So when it comes to meal prepping, obviously people they don't have time, So that's a lot of it. That's a big excuse for a lot of us that we don't have time. So when are some times that you could be doing the things that you find are taking up your time that you could actually be doing meal prepping while doing those sort of things?
We were talking about this earlier, but I think that like football season is a great example of when you're watching football is a great time to meal prep. You can be distracted and meal prep at the same time. Baseball season is
Is it coming again? 9,000 innings.
9,000 innings,
9,000 games.
9,000 games
So 9 carry the 9
times
Yeah.
9
times 3
9.
divided.
by 12 because there's 12 months. Anyway,
A lot of time. A lot
there's
of time.
so many nines.
All the time.
And so much time to meal prep, especially during baseball season. So just make it a priority. It's really key for your success to take that chunk of time, even if it's an hour or two, just to get serious and focus on meal prepping.
When are times that you found that you did best, like meal prepping for yourself?
So I like to meal prep on Sundays before the week starts, and I do it when I'm cooking my family's dinner at night. If I'm not able to do it earlier in the day, that way I'm in the kitchen at one time and getting everything done.
Sweet. I think a lot of people think like, just this is my own 2 cents on meal prepping, is like, a lot of people think that meal prepping has to be done like on Sunday, right? It's like Sunday is the beginning of the week, so you have to get it all done on Sunday. But literally any day could be the beginning of your week, right?
Right.
So if you're looking at your schedule and you don't work a regular like Monday through Friday, or you don't work a 9 to 5 or something like that, like looking at your schedule and thinking about the times that you have those gaps, whether it's 2 hours or 3 hours where you're hanging out with your family, like you get your family involved too, get your kids involved, get your spouse involved, get your friends involved, whoever you're spending your time with. And find those gaps in your schedule and use those times properly, because if you're actually fueling your body at that time, you're like getting yourself prepped, you're going to enhance your results
Absolutely.
tenfold overall if you actually take that time. So just looking at those times, like when are you sitting like playing on your phone? When are you just watching TV, that sort of thing.
Right.
Like taking those times and just changing your mindset and using that time to prep for yourself is going to be your best bet for that part.
And I think people believe that it has to all be done at once, and it doesn't. It can be broken up into days, into meals. It doesn't have to be like all breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It can be breakfast one day, dinner another day. It doesn't have to be all at once.
Right. Yes, because for me personally, I only meal prep my lunches. Everything
There you go.
else is
Made on the
made
spot.
fresh.
Okay. What results have you seen? So I'm going to start this with Nicole, because she's obviously somebody who's been through our program. So let's talk about your 4-week results.
Okay.
Okay. Give us some insight.
So my first 4 weeks, I set myself up with some goals. One was to be at 138 pounds. One was to be under 20% body fat.
Where were you at?
I was at 143.
Okay.
My body fat percentage was at a little over 22.
Okay.
And my muscle was somewhere in the 60s, 60 pounds. And all of my goals I crushed, quite frankly.
Literally.
Thank you.
Literally. She hulked them.
In the first week, I definitely saw that I was trending and I was going to meet those goals. And at the end of the 4 weeks, I was under 138. I was in the 19 range of body fat, and now that I've continued on, I'm still dropping that, and my muscle mass is starting to get bigger. So I did drop some muscle mass at the beginning, but that's because of Snowmageddon, and I was sick, so I wasn't able to get into the gym. But as soon as I got into the gym, it shot right back up within a week.
And we did end up tweaking.
We did tweak yes.
her nutrition, and that's what I kind of like about Edge is that I'm able to look at the person and look at the nutrition and the journaling and really just kind of dissect what's going on, and then we tweaked it, and we saw a change, and within a week.
Within a week.
She put on 2 pounds of muscle in 1 week.
Yeah,
So
it's pretty awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. So as you hear from Nicole's results, and we're going to get to some of our other challenges results, but she's not a like super big person or anything like that. Like, so this isn't just a weight loss program, right? This is a program for overall health. So like, if you are somebody who is trying to build muscle, if you are trying to be somebody who is trying to lose weight, if you're trying to be somebody who's off your meds, like whatever it is,
Right.
like the nutrition aspect of it, like we're going to get you there in the gym as far as like beating you up in the gym and making you work really hard. But
2 feet.
Yeah.
the reality of the situation is what you're putting in your body is the only thing your body has to build itself. So whatever results you want to get, it is going to ultimately come down to nutrition, and that's why we started this program. So
Right.
talk about a couple of our other challengers, just basic results that you have seen from some of them.
Right. We've seen some blood pressure drop. I mean, some pounds have really been falling off of people. Even if pounds haven't fallen off, I have one person that just said that her eyes have opened to the quality of nutrition, you know, really being aware of what she was actually putting in her body before and now, and the daily journaling and how it's so important to actually journal and see what you're putting in your body, and she hadn't realized that before.
So yeah, it's a super cool program.
Yeah.
To close this out real quick, I know this video is kind of long, so I hope you guys have watched all the way to the end. So for the general population, just like anybody, if you just went up to average Joe, whoever it was, and said, I'm going to give you one piece of advice. I'm going to give you 2 pieces of advice. What would you say to him?
One is to get in more water. Water is really, really important. It's going to help keep you from snacking because you're full of water. And 2 is to have grace and understanding when you're going through these really drastic changes. It's okay to fall backwards. It's okay to have those times that you go back and then you just get right back on it and you keep going, because it's a brand new habit, and habits are really hard to create. New ones are really hard to create, I should say. So have that grace and understanding for yourself.
So there you have it. Creator of Nutrition Edge. We got Janelle here. Coach Janelle, watch out for avocado spray. You gotta watch out for it. We got our ambassador Nicole. We're really, really excited for our Nutrition Edge program. It's been such a hit so far. We've already sold out both rounds that we've done so far. We're going to continue this. We're going to continue to help adapt and grow and make this program the best nutrition program that's out there. So if you guys have questions, please comment below. Please send us an email. Please stop at the front desk. Talk to us about it. If nutrition is something that you want more experience with, I guess I should say, experience or just more information or something, more knowledge on, then like this is the time to get on board, because this program is going to be insane. We got something really cool that's coming out that we put together today, so I hope you guys are excited for that. Again, thank you guys for being a part of this. Thank you for being a part of this journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got a lot of info out of it, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.